Biggie was another one. Biggie passed on
March 9th, my birthday.
Man, and it was, if I think that year, it was a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And because I wasn't on air that day. And I remember the same way, you know, wasn't burnt up on social media by the time we got to work. And that was another one where you felt like damn, like Big pass, like this is what's happening. Mm-hmm. This is what's going on. And then the way that it happened in LA, it was just a feeling where you're like, oh man, you know. And I remember the last time I saw Big, I was at the Palace, but I think it's like the Avalon or something now. And literally somebody was like, oh, you know, do you want to take a picture with Biggie? And I was like, oh man, I'm cool. I said he's gonna come to the station. I get it when he come.
Never saw
You know what I'm saying? Never came. But that was one of those things where that one personally hurt too. You know, because Big dude, he was a very good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And that one hurt too. Like it was just one of them things, the way that it happened, you know, where it happened at, how it happened. And you think, man, like when, you know, it was fucked up at the time. But when you think about these dudes being, you know, 25 babies, bro, you know, with, you know, he had a son and their moms, and you know what I'm saying? It was just a shitty situation, bro.
Mm-hmm. Nip.
Man. Nip was like, that was another one, bro. Like Nip was real hard.
You had a close relationship with him too.
Yeah, that was a hard one, man. Like just, you know, how good brother was, you know. And just the way he was in the room with everybody. He looked at everybody and you knew he was special. So that was a hard one, you know. That was because it's crazy because, you know, I have a chair in my studio. And that chair is like, it's my interviewing chair. So if I'm here, the guest is right there. And in that chair, we were talking, Jose and I, thanks Jose. We were talking one day, man. And I was talking about the chair. And I was like, dude, I said, that chair, Andre Harrell, Juice WRLD, Nipsey, DMX, anybody else? Mac Miller, like Juice, I said Juice WRLD. Those are people that sat in that chair that were in studio that's not with us anymore. But with Nip, man, Nip was like, you know, I missed the, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? The phone calls or him always trying to lay like a book on you. And you know what I'm saying? You thinking hip hop, this dude telling you to go read Socrates or some shit like that. But he just really, he was always good in the room. He looked at everybody. He talked to everybody. And he was wise beyond his years, man. So wise beyond his years, man. And that was just a hard one, bro. And not only was it hard, he died in a social media climate. You know, I didn't see nothing too crazy about Pac. I didn't see nothing too crazy about Big. But I watched a video that I wish I'd never watched with Nip. You know what I'm saying? And watching that and knowing, you know, his family and knowing, you know, Sam, it just hit hard, bro. That one was a hard one.
That one hurt everybody around the globe because you got a lot of people in the hip hop game, but 98% of them aren't leaders.
Yeah,
Nip
man.
was a leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
He was a leader, and hip hop is missing that. It don't have a leader no more.
What was next? What was coming? You know what I'm saying? What was coming, bro? And, you know, and just like with Pac and Big and soldiers that we lost before, like, hopefully we just learned something from that. You know, we learned something either with Nip, learned about, you know, being an entrepreneur, learning your, you know, like I remember when Nip did that, what was it, Proud to Pay, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And man, I was never so proud to pay $100 for a CD in my life. You know what I'm saying? But he was just outside the box, bro. You know, he was outside the box, man. So
Shout out our brother David Gross too.
yeah, man. What up, David Gross?
Yeah, man. Big business partner Nip.
Mhm.
Kobe.
Oh man, Kobe too, bro. Kobe shooting, y'all, man. Come on, man. Y'all got real ones. You know what I mean? Kobe, like, for one, I had Kobe his whole basketball career.
He grew up in front of our eyes. Huh?
Yeah, man. So, you know, we seeing the wins, the L's, the championships, you know, the wife, the kids. It's just the everything Kobe. And I remember the way that I heard about Kobe passing is what really kind of like really fucked me up, man. I was it was a Sunday, and I remember my wife was driving, and no, I was driving. My wife was in the passenger seat, and my daughter was with her friends behind us. And my daughter called, and I'm driving, and I hear my wife say, "Kobe died." And immediately I'm like, and she's like, "What? Kobe Bryant?" And I'm sitting here like, what's going on? And at that time, early on, you know, it was other people in the helicopter. This, you know, I remember they put Rick
Speculations of
Fox
who
and
was
all
on
kinds.
there.
Yeah. And so I remember when we got to where we were going, you know, we started, you know, making phone calls and filling things out. But that hit the city, it hit you personally. And then, you know, as a dad and you know, he and Gigi, the other lives, you know, I remember my daughter came to me and she asked me, she said, "Dad," she said, "do you think he had a chance to hug her?" You know? And I was like, I hope so, you know? And your mind go 1,000 miles in a second and you know what's happening. And I that's where I go like, man, what was brother thinking? What was he feeling? You know? And when you just started seeing the memorials and things stopping down and, you know, the phone calls. And I remember doing my radio show, the same with Nip. When we turned on our mics, because we had to go live. When we turned on our mics, it was probably 2 to 3 minutes of crying before anybody said a word. You know, I couldn't muster it up. I couldn't like, oh man, you know, you've been here before. Each one of them, man, I think I'm a sensitive person anyway. Each one of them just meant something totally different.